The giant alien ship cut through space like a knife. On its bridge, Commander Zorgax looked down at the blue planet below. His 8 eyes blinked slowly as he studied Earth. "What do our scans show?" he asked, his voice a deep rumble. Officer Krell tapped on glowing screens with his clawed hands. "The humans are weak, sir. They have no armor on their bodies. Their bones break easily. They have no backup organs. Their muscles are like jelly compared to ours." Zorgax made a clicking sound that was his kind of laugh. His mouth parts opened wide, showing sharp teeth. The mission from his leaders was simple: check if humans were a threat to the mighty Craxian Empire. Now he knew they were not. These creatures somehow built spaceships despite being so soft and weak, Zorgax said. "Amazing, but sad. They will make good servants for our empire." He turned to his crew. "Take us into orbit. Get a team ready to land. I want to see these humans up close before we decide how to rule them." The crew rushed to obey. No one questioned Zorgax. His battle record was perfect. He had conquered 12 planets already. Earth would be number 13. Far below, at Outpost Zulu 7, Lieutenant Sam Kelly jumped from his chair. Red lights flashed across his control panel. The radar showed a massive object entering Earth orbit, bigger than anything humans had ever built. "Captain Bennett, you need to see this," Sam called out, his heart racing. Captain Lisa Bennett hurried over. Her face went pale as she saw the readings. "How big is that thing?" "At least 3 miles long," Sam said, fingers flying over his keyboard. "And it's not one of ours." A strange noise came from the communication system. At first, it sounded like static and clicks. Then it changed, becoming English words. "Attention Earth leaders. We are the Craxian Empire. We come to assess your world. Prepare to receive our delegation. Resistance is not advised." Sam and Captain Bennett looked at each other in shock. Humanity had always wondered if aliens existed. Now they had their answer. "They say they come in peace," Sam said, "but our sensors show they're charging weapons." Captain Bennett's face hardened. She was young for her rank, only 35. But in this moment, she looked as solid as steel. "Alert Earth Command immediately. Get all our defense systems ready." She put her hand on Sam's shoulder. "And you're coming with me to meet these aliens." "Me?" Sam asked, surprised. "But I'm just a communications officer." "You heard their language first," she said. "Maybe you'll hear something important when we meet them. Besides, we need to show them our best people." As they prepared for first contact, neither Sam nor Captain Bennett could know what was coming. They couldn't know that this meeting would change everything for humanity. They couldn't know that the aliens were making a huge mistake. The biggest mistake of all was thinking humans were weak. 3 days passed since the alien ship arrived. Now the Craxians were coming down to Earth. Their ship landed at the Defense Force base in Colorado. Commander Zorgax wanted to see these humans up close. He couldn't believe such soft creatures had built spaceships. The meeting room was packed with Earth's leaders. Men and women in crisp uniforms stood tall, trying to look strong. Captain Bennett and Sam Kelly waited by the door to greet the aliens. The door slid open. Everyone went quiet. The aliens ducked to enter the room. They were huge, 8 feet tall with hard, shiny skin like beetles. Each had 4 muscular arms that could crush rock. Their heads moved in quick jerks like insects. Their many eyes missed nothing. Zorgax was the biggest of them all. His skin was dark red with battle scars across his chest. A metal translator hung at his throat. Captain Bennett stepped forward with her hand out. "Welcome to Earth," she said with a steady voice. Zorgax looked at her hand, but didn't take it. Instead, he made a clicking sound that his translator turned into words. "Your world is now being tested by the Craxian Empire," he said. His voice sounded like rocks in a blender. "If you do everything we say, we might let your kind live under our rule." Sam watched the room carefully. The alien's rudeness made everyone tense. But he saw something else in Zorgax's eyes. The alien thought humans were no threat at all. Sam had seen that look before, the look of someone about to make a big mistake. Captain Bennett stayed calm. "Perhaps we should talk more," she said with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "We've prepared some information about Earth and our people." Zorgax's mouth parts twitched. "Show me why your kind deserves to live." The humans showed videos about Earth's art, music, science, and history. When they showed military videos, Zorgax leaned forward in his seat, which groaned under his weight. "Your soldiers are so tiny," he said to General Frank Winters, a tough old man with gray hair. "How do they fight with such weak bodies?" The general's eyes narrowed. "We find other ways to win," he said quietly. Sam watched Zorgax laugh. The alien didn't understand. Humans had always found ways to overcome bigger, stronger enemies. They had been doing it since they hunted mammoths with stone spears. As the meeting ended, Sam noticed Zorgax scanning the room, counting weapons, studying exits. The alien wasn't here for friendship. He was gathering information for something else. "They're planning something bad," Sam whispered to Captain Bennett. She nodded slightly. "I know, but so are we." A week passed. The Craxians were not friendly visitors. They wanted more and more. They asked to see military bases. They wanted to know about Earth's weapons. They acted like they owned the planet already. At a meeting in the Pentagon, Zorgax finally showed his true face. "Your kind is weak," he said, his translator making his clicking sounds into cold words. "You are softer and smaller than any space race we have met. Soon the Empire will fix this mistake and take your world." The room went quiet. The humans looked at each other. This was a threat, clear as day. General Winters leaned forward, his old eyes hard as stones. "Maybe we should have a test," he said. "Your best fighter against one of ours." Zorgax made that strange clicking laugh again. Everyone could tell it was a laugh even without the translator. "You want a Craxian to fight a human?" "The fight would end before it began," Zorgax said. "Your bones would break like twigs." Sam couldn't stay quiet any longer. "If you're so sure, then you have nothing to lose," he said. Every human head turned to look at him. He wasn't supposed to speak in this meeting. But Zorgax's many eyes focused on Sam with interest. "This small one has courage, at least," the alien said. "Fine. I accept. Tomorrow, one of your soldiers will fight one of mine. No weapons. When your fighter falls, you will admit the Craxian Empire is better and do what we say." After the aliens left the room, General Winters turned to Sam. "Lieutenant Kelly, that was out of line." "I'm sorry, sir, but—" "Don't say sorry yet." The general cut him off. "Now we need a champion, and I know just who to call." "How fast can you get to Alaska?" "Alaska, sir?" Sam asked, confused. "That's where our best hope is," the general said. He tapped a code into his phone. "This is Winters. Prep the Titan facility. We're bringing in a visitor." On the alien ship, Zorgax was picking his fighter. "Krazer," he called to a massive warrior. "You will fight for us tomorrow." Krazer was the biggest Craxian Sam had seen. He stood 9 feet tall. His 4 arms were thick with muscle. His hard skin showed many battle scars. He had fought in hundreds of battles and never lost. "The humans have already lost," Krazer said. "They just don't know it yet." But Zorgax wasn't so sure anymore. These humans were strange. They were weak, yes, but they acted confident anyway. What did they know that he didn't? Meanwhile, Sam was on a fast plane to Alaska, flying through a snowstorm. He looked down at the secret files General Winters had given him. The top page had one word: Titan. "What is Titan?" Sam asked the pilot. "Not what," the pilot said. The military plane landed in the middle of nowhere. Snow covered everything. Sam stepped out into the cold Alaska air. His breath made white clouds in front of his face. A woman in a white coat met him at the runway. "I'm Dr. Olivia," she said. "No last name. Follow me." They walked to a building that looked small from outside, but inside, it went deep underground. They passed through 5 security doors. Each needed fingerprints, eye scans, and special codes to open. "What is this place?" Sam asked. "Titan Facility," Dr. Olivia said. She didn't smile. "The most secret project on Earth." Finally, they entered a large room. It looked like a gym, with training mats on the floor. In the middle, a man was moving faster than anyone Sam had ever seen. He jumped, kicked, and punched the air in smooth, perfect moves. "John Carter," Dr. Olivia called out. "We have a visitor." The man stopped at once and turned. Sam was surprised. John wasn't very big. He looked ordinary, about 5'10", fit but not huge. He had short brown hair and calm eyes. He looked like any soldier you might pass on the street. "Lieutenant Kelly," John said, walking over and shaking Sam's hand. "I heard what happened. The aliens want to prove they're stronger than humans." "They are stronger," Sam said. "At least twice as strong as our best. Their skin is like armor. I'm afraid I got us into big trouble." John's face stayed calm. "Have you heard of the Titan program?" Sam shook his head. "Tactical integration of technology and neurology," Dr. Olivia explained. "John is our first success." "I don't understand," Sam said. John smiled a little. "You will tomorrow. For now, tell me everything about these Craxians. How they move, how they fight, even how they breathe." Back on the alien ship, Zorgax watched Krazur prepare for battle. The massive warrior was smashing metal plates with his bare hands, making them look like paper. "The humans must have a plan," Zorgax said. "They seem too confident." Krazur laughed. "What plan can work against this?" He flexed his 4 arms. "Their soft bodies will break when I touch them." "Do not underestimate them," Zorgax warned. "Any species that survives to build spaceships has tricks. Tricks cannot beat natural strength." Krazur said. "Tomorrow, humans will learn their place." Later that night, Sam found John in a quiet room, sitting with his eyes closed. "Aren't you going to train more?" Sam asked. "The fight is tomorrow." John opened his eyes. "I'm training right now," he said. "In my mind. I'm seeing all the ways a 4-armed opponent might attack. I'm planning my moves." "Can you win?" Sam asked directly. "Winning isn't always what you think it is," John said. "Sometimes just surviving is a win. Sometimes showing up is a win." "That's not an answer," Sam said. John stood up. "Humans have always been smaller and weaker than our enemies. We were weaker than cave bears and saber-toothed tigers. But we're still here, and they're not. Tomorrow, the Craxians will learn why." The big day arrived. A military hangar was set up for the fight. A simple circle was drawn on the floor, the fighting area. Human leaders stood on one side. Aliens stood on the other. No one was smiling. The fight was being recorded, but not shown to the world. Earth's leaders decided that regular people weren't ready to know about aliens yet. Krazur entered the hangar first. People gasped when they saw him. Even among the Craxians, he was huge. 9 feet tall with 4 arms, as thick as tree trunks. His hard skin looked like armor. He needed no weapons. His body was a weapon. Zorgax stood at the edge of the circle. "Where is your fighter?" he asked General Winters. The general pointed to the door. John Carter walked in, wearing simple gym clothes, a t-shirt and shorts. Next to Krazur, he looked tiny, like a child standing next to a giant. The aliens made their clicking laugh sounds. Some pounded their lower arms on their chests in what must have been a sign of amusement. "This is your champion?" Zorgax asked, not believing his many eyes. This small, soft human. "This is John Carter," General Winters said calmly. "One of our soldiers." Zorgax walked over to John. The alien had to bend down to look at John's face. "Do you understand what you're facing, human? Krazer has killed things 3 times your size." John looked up, his face calm. "I understand perfectly. Let's begin." The rules were simple. The fight would end when one fighter could not continue or gave up. Both fighters took their places in the circle. What happened next would be studied by alien war experts for years to come. Krazer charged at John like a bull, all 4 arms ready to grab him. But John wasn't there. He moved with shocking speed, stepping aside and hitting the alien in his middle joint, a weak spot Sam had told him about. The alien stumbled but recovered quickly. Now he was more careful. His next attack was smarter, with 2 arms striking and 2 protecting himself. John blocked 1 hit but took another right to his chest, a hit that should have broken his ribs. But John just absorbed the hit and struck back, hitting the joint where Krazer's arm connected to his body. The alien roared in pain as his top right arm went limp. "Impossible," Zorgax whispered, his mouth parts clicking fast in worry. The fight went on. Krazer became more and more angry. The human moved too fast, hit too accurately, and, most strangely, didn't seem hurt by blows that should have crushed him. After 5 minutes, the pattern was clear. The alien warrior was slowing down, while John kept his speed. Then John made his move. He ducked under a wild swing and used the alien's weight against him, throwing Krazer onto his back with a perfect takedown move. The alien tried to get up, but couldn't. The hangar was completely silent. John stepped back, not even breathing hard. Zorgax stepped forward, his mouth parts twitching in confusion. "What are you?" he demanded. "I'm human," John said simply. After the fight, everyone moved to a meeting room. The aliens were different now. They didn't act proud anymore. They looked at the humans with new respect and fear. "Your champion is not normal for your kind," Zorgax said. It wasn't a question. General Winters nodded to Dr. Olivia. She touched a screen on the wall, and a 3D picture of a human body appeared in the air. "John Carter is human," she said, "but he is part of the TITN program, our way of making humans better with technology." The picture showed John's body from the inside. His bones had tiny metal pieces inside them. His muscles had special threads running through them. His brain had small computer parts that made his thoughts faster. "You made a weapon out of a human," Zorgax said. "We evolved," Dr. Olivia corrected him. "Just like your kind grew natural armor, we found ways to make ourselves better with technology. The difference is that we can control our evolution now." Sam stood at the back of the room, watching John. There was something in John's eyes that the pictures didn't show, a human spirit that no machine could give. "How many of these enhanced humans do you have?" Zorgax asked. General Winters smiled. "That information is secret, but now you understand why judging us by how we look from the outside was a mistake." The message was clear. If one improved human could beat their champion, what could an army of such soldiers do? "The Kraxian Empire respects strength," Zorgax said finally. "We will change how we see humans among space races." Later, as the aliens went back to their ship, Sam walked with John. "That was amazing. I had no idea the TITN program was so advanced." John looked at him with a strange expression. "It's not." "What do you mean?" "The program exists," John explained quietly. "But most of what Dr. Olivia showed them was just ideas for the future. The brain parts work, but the bone strengthening is very basic, and there are no special threads in my muscles." Sam stared at him in shock. "But you took hits that should have broken your bones." John shrugged. "Good technique and high pain tolerance. I've trained in fighting since I was 5 years old. The aliens don't understand that humans have always made up for our physical weaknesses with skill, smarts, and pure stubbornness. So we tricked a space empire?" Sam asked, amazed. "Not completely," General Winters said, joining them. "The TITN program is real, and we are working on those technologies, but our greatest strength has always been here." He tapped his finger against his head. Humans' best weapon is how we adapt to new problems. The Craxians, with their rigid thinking, can't understand that. So what happens now? Sam asked. Now, the general said with a smile, we use their respect to build a peace they never planned to give us. And we keep developing Titan, because next time, we might not be able to bluff. 6 months passed since the Craxians left Earth. Everything had changed. The story of the contest spread through space. Each time it was told, it grew bigger. Soon all aliens heard about the humans, the weak-looking species that somehow made themselves into strong warriors. The Earth Defense Force used this new fame well. They made peace deals with 3 alien races that were once enemies. They got good trade agreements with many others. Sam Kelly, now Captain Kelly after a well-deserved promotion, sat in a meeting room with John Carter and General Winters. They were waiting for new visitors. The Vrillian ship will be here soon, General Winters said, looking at his tablet. They want to give us their faster-than-light technology if we promise to protect them from their enemies. That's amazing, Sam said. 2 years ago, they wouldn't even answer our messages. Fear is powerful, John said. They think we're making an army of super soldiers. Sam shook his head. And really, the Titan program only has 12 people, with mixed results. 17 now, General Winters corrected him. Dr. Olivia's team had a breakthrough last month. The bone strengthening is finally working like we said it would. A young officer entered the room. Sir, the Vrillian ship has entered Earth orbit. Their leader wants permission to land. Permission granted, the general said. And tell Dr. Olivia we need the full Titan demonstration ready. After the officer left, Sam turned to John. Does it bother you that we're basically tricking our way through space diplomacy? John thought about this question. It's not entirely a trick. What we showed Zorgax is where we're going, not where we are now. Humans have always dreamed beyond what we can do, and then worked to make those dreams real. Besides, General Winters added, what Zorgax and the others don't understand is that our physical weakness is exactly what made us dangerous. Because we didn't have natural weapons or armor, we had to become smart. We had to invent, adapt, and overcome. That's humanity's true strength. The screens in the room turned on, showing the Vrillian ship coming down to Earth. Unlike the Craxian ship, this one came not to conquer, but to make friends. Ready for more space diplomacy? General Winters asked. Sam nodded, thinking back to that first meeting with Zorgax, when the alien general had laughed at humanity's supposed weakness. That laughter stopped quickly when he saw what humans could do. As they prepared to meet their new galactic neighbors, Sam realized that perhaps this was humanity's true place among the stars, not to be the strongest through natural power, but to thrive through cleverness and never giving up. The alien general had laughed at what looked like weakness, only to discover that humanity's greatest strength came from the very things that seemed to make them weak. You know, John said as they walked to meet the Vrillians, Zorgax sent me a message yesterday. What did it say? Sam asked, surprised. Just 6 words. We're watching. Keep surprising us, humans. Sam smiled. We plan to.